Tomorrow's Derby day, boys.
And since I'm not going to be able to talk to you probably when I'm fishing, because I'm going to try to hashtag win, I'm going to show you what I got tied up, all right? So on my power fishing side, I got the Chad. I think that's what I'm actually going to get my big bites on, to be perfectly honest. I got the old school Sluggo. That's that little jerkbait deal I've been trying. And then the Magnum Fluke. That's that other, if you guys watched the pre-fishing video, that's kind of my little tricky kind of sneaky thing I got going on. Then a little chatterbait mini, 1/2 ounce mini max. That thing's been badass. It slowed down a little bit on that, but the last derby that I fished was a big player. And then on this side, this is more my finesse stuff, or at least my dragging stuff. Of course, you gotta have a Texas rig, Magic Craw 5/16. I have the most hated rig in fishing, the Carolina rig, or at least the rig I hate the most, dude. Just a 20 pound to 15 pound leader, probably like a little 2.5, 3 foot leader. Once again, that Magic Craw Ace. For all you old schoolers, this is a Gambler Shaky Head with a Producto worm. Super soft, kind of like hand poured worm. Very old school, but definitely works. Got a neko rig. I've been picking off a lot of fish with this thing. I really like that. And then another little sneak rig I've been catching some bigs on. That's the Gambler Hover rig. This is with the new FFS plastic. It shows up better on forward-facing sonar. The only thing I'm concerned about is there's supposed to be some bad storms tomorrow, and that means wind, and it's going to be hard throwing this ultralight, super subtle kind of stuff. So let me show you some other stuff. The other thing I got going on here is, since it is summer, I have some live well treatment stuff. This guy, and then Please Release Me. So you see how the slots are numbered? Just to stay organized. Last time I struggled a little bit figuring out which fish was which, so I numbered all these little cull tags. They're just the little clippable cull tags, and that way when I cull out a fish, I know which slots it's in, and it'll just help me stay a little more organized, a little more fluid. I'm actually gonna shoot stuff on my Tato mount. I got a power pack, and I'm actually gonna run the GoPro, so you guys are gonna be watching a tournament in just a minute, so stay tuned. All right, I got a Kitech on a 1/4 ounce. That's a descent weight ball head. Gotta have a Ned rig just in case. And then this is the sneaky deal. That's a Gambler Stinger, obviously a punching setup, 1.5 ounce. I found a stretch of flipping fish. I don't know if it's gonna be a big player, but they're punching fish. I can't resist. It's a very small, like 100-yard stretch. I figure we'll sneak in there if the weather gets bad, or if we're kind of like fiending for a fish and we need to get a bite. I'm gonna try to get on some of these pods of fish, some of these schools, catch a limit, try to catch a big one in the morning or a couple big ones, and then I'm gonna go kind of big hunting with that glide, maybe slide in, try to catch some flipping fish, and just see how the day pans out. The reality is, though, you can never plan this shit. You just send it full send and you see what happens, and you kind of adapt as you go. So we will see you tomorrow morning for Derby Day. First fish of the day, boys. Into the nuts. Not as big. That was a 4-pounder that just jumped off. That hurt. Little neko rig fish. I'm going over this school, and they're not really responding very well. Just a little guy, but I'm trying to pick them off like one by one. We got 9.85 pounds on 3 fish. We're probably gonna make a move shortly, but I'm gonna try to pick a few more of these off. happens. It's a little too early. We got like 17 pounds. It's just they're all 3 and change. We lost one 4.5 this morning, but we're gonna get out the big weight. It's not perfect conditions, but we're gonna drop on them. There we go. That's what we needed. That'll call one out. We'll flip a fish. Nice one. Oh, that's bad. Shit. Bad in a lot of it is. Shit. Little guy, broke a rod. Might have another one in a rod. These guys. On a flipping clinic, boys. That's all she wrote, boys. Alright, my homies, we have like 19 pounds or so. Hope they're all okay. They look pretty good. Could not get a big bite, dude. Lost that 4-pounder this morning, and it would have helped, like a 1.5 or a pound, but you know, not killed it. And then lost 2 in the mats that were pretty sizable critters, which is frustrating. But we're gonna go put them on the scales and see what we got. I guess the scales went a little light, boys. So 20.81 is what I had on my Rapala right here. And that was with 5 fish. I ended up coming in with 21.17. So that put us in 3rd place. Congrats to Hayden. I think he fishes for Alabama University, like fishing team, University of Alabama. He had 23.7 monster bag. Their 2nd place was 23 and change, and then I was in 3rd place with 21.17. And then it dropped to like 19 pounds. All in all, a good day. One clutch move that I made was to go and start flipping. We never got the big storm that they talked about, but the wind kicked up like 172 miles an hour. And if I wouldn't have started flipping when I did, it would have been really hard to punch those mats later in the day just because of the amount of wind. And then it seemed like that front went through. And even though it didn't rain, the front went through and the high pressure was happening. And it kind of sucked in the afternoon. I caught some 3-pounders in that. Just couldn't put together a big bite. If you saw on the scale, like my big fish was like 4.65. Didn't have anything bigger than that. So like 1 6-pounder would have put me in that 23 range because I think my small was like 3.63 or something like that, 3.60. But that's always the game, getting like 1 or 2 big bites. I definitely didn't capitalize on the glide bait thing either, which kind of blew my mind because the wind made it really difficult, and I couldn't get on some stuff in the morning. So I had them move to it, but it was very difficult to fish. But the flipping thing was clutch. That stinger is absolutely clutch. You'll be seeing some more of that. But awesome day. Had a good time. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you would have done anything different, drop it in the comments box. Let me know where I screwed up. But it was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Later.